was one of the best weeks of my new career that I've had in the last 9 years. I can't go into a lot of details about everything right now, but suffice to say that it was a very, very good week. You'll be hearing more about it very shortly. I did have a lot of pressure. I was working on my disaster course, and I am very excited to say that by the end of next week, I will have all 4 courses completed. That is my plan. And I'm going to hold to that plan because I'm tired of writing. I love writing, but I'm tired of writing, and I really want to start talking about what I'm writing about. So stay tuned because early next week I'll be making a major announcement about something I'm going to be offering to all of you out there that is self-isolated that's free. So look forward to that. I was on several Zoom group meetings this week, and I was sitting back and I'm listening to people talk about what it was going to be like after everybody is able to go out the door and be with one another again. And it was very interesting. When you're talking about visioning and when you're talking about creating a new life or a different life that you want to have, the first thing you have to do is stop. Well, we maybe didn't want to stop, but we had to stop. And even people probably that never even really thought about this stuff before are stopping, and they're thinking about what it is that they've been doing in their past. And when they are free to go back to their lives, their new lives, not their old lives, what is that going to look like? I've always been one that stops and thinks about my vision. And I've said this before, you can't go to a vision, you must come from it. And in order to come from it, you must become it. So people that are in isolation right now, what is it that they are looking at? And what is it that you're looking at that's going to be different when you head out the door and are able to hug people again and be able to shake people's hands, although maybe that'll never happen again? What is that going to look like? And what are the changes? What an opportunity this is. This is a major crystalline moment and a moment of clarity. And it gives us the pause that we need because so many of us have so many busy lives that we don't take the time. And we've been forced to maybe stop just a little bit and think. Many of you are working from home, and I've heard from a lot of you that say that you're working harder than ever. Well, I say to you guys, take a few minutes. It doesn't take long. Take 15, 20 minutes and just close your eyes and imagine what you want that first day that you walk out the door. What is it that your new life is going to look like? And then I want you to sensorize it. So what does it smell like? Maybe it smells like pumpkin spice. What does it look like? It looks like a new idea. It looks like maybe a cruise. Well, no, who wants to go on a cruise? On a vacation. Maybe you need a vacation from all this. What does that look like? What does it sound like? Does it sound like soft music? I've got a great video for you coming up in just a second. It's great music. And so what is the song, or what does it sound like? Maybe it's birds, or maybe it's the ocean. What does it sound like? What does it feel like? It feels like a new beginning. It feels like cuddly, soft pajamas. It feels like Christmas. What does it feel like? Take all the senses and go through that with your vision of what you want this new life, this new normal, to look like. I heard a lot of people say, I've discovered there's a lot of things I was doing that I don't have to do. There's people in my life that I don't need to have them in my life. So maybe there's people you need to add to your life. Maybe there's people you need to take away from your life. Maybe it's in regards to your health. Obviously, many of us are drinking a lot more and we're eating a lot more. So maybe there's a few pounds being put on, huh? And we're certainly not exercising like we were. So what does your health look like? What is different about it? Maybe you're just fine. I mean, I'm still losing weight on my keto diet. I don't know why I shouldn't be, but I am. So what does that look like to you? And then now that you've had time to think about your time and money freedom. Are you going to be the workaholic that you've been in the past? Or is there some way that you can design your life to include things that you love and are passionate about that have nothing to do with work? What does your career and your creative expression look like? So this is a really great time to take a look at your career and say, okay, what is it that I am going to do differently? Am I going to continue to be a workaholic? The thing of it is, if you learn how to design your life, you don't have to be a workaholic. You get stuff done. And not only that, things show up. Like this disaster stuff happened because I thought I was going to quit. Last year in January and February, I was really sick. And I thought, at the end of 2 months, I was just like bored with my chair. And I didn't really watch TV, but it was on for sound. And I got invited to be a guest at one of my friends who was doing a keynote speech here in Vegas. And I had already decided that was it. I was done. I was going to quit everything. And I was even looking at a tiny house in Southern Oregon, in Bend, Oregon, where my son just moved to. I even had called the realtor and said, okay, I need to know what my house is worth. And I started looking around and, well, how am I going to get rid of stuff? And I went to this meeting, and Kirsten says to me, what are you up to? And I said, I'm quitting everything I'm doing. And she looks at me and she goes, you have no clue what you're doing. I went, oh, okay. She says, I talk about you all the time. She says, you are changing people's lives. You can't quit. Well, I don't even remember what else she talked about that day, because I went home and I sat there and I thought about, okay, what is really going on here? And many of you being housebound might be thinking the same thing. What is really going on here? Why am I wanting to quit? I'm never a quitter. And my other son said to me, he goes, Mom, what are you going to do? Be a hermit? That's not you. So this is a really great time to take a look at that stuff, because let me tell you what happened. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about what I'm doing and everything and I figured out that what I was not doing was I was not talking about writing down things I was grateful for. I was not celebrating my successes. I was not listening to my vision. I was doing everything I tell everybody to do, and I wasn't doing it. So that afternoon, I sat down and I started writing a brand new vision. I'm so happy and grateful that it is, I think it was around this time, around April 5th, what is today, 18th, at 2020, and what have I accomplished? Now, let me tell you what happened. By putting those into words, writing them down, and listening to them, this is what happened. 4 weeks after I was at the meeting and I was writing my new vision, I get an email. I get an email from an education director for the California Association of Realtors, or not an email. And she's put down topics that they are looking for training and for education for their members. And one of them was disasters. I saw that word. I immediately replied and said, nobody gets this but me. And let me tell you something. It has changed my life. And this can be you. You can take this opportunity to change your life, because what has happened, everything is starting to fall into place. This week was all about people showing up that I didn't know were going to show up. Some people that I was hoping were going to show up, but they had other jobs and other things, are showing up. Things are happening because I am already a success at teaching about disasters, which is what I'm going to start doing next week. So what is it in your life that you can, what is the vision you have? So it's April 18th, 2021. What does that look like? Take the time, take an hour and think about it and write it down, and start by, I'm so happy and grateful that it is, and whatever the time frame is, a year from now or whatever, and this is what has happened. Write it down, and then you always end it with this or something better still, because you really don't know what God and the universe have a plan for you. So this is a really good time when people are struggling, they don't have money. This is a great time. This is an opportunity to be able to take a look at, okay, what is my life? What does it look like? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? So when I was listening to these people this week, and they were saying, you know, I need to do this, I need to cut out this, or I need to do this more, or I need, look at all of that and figure out what is right for you. Okay. this week, I wish you a great vision. I wish you time. I wish you health and being safe. And soon we'll be out of all of this and our lives will start up again. I was talking with one lady, one of my dear friends, and she was saying, you know, I don't know that people are really going to change because it hasn't been long enough. She said, you know, well, first of all, it takes 21 days to create a habit. And then it takes another, I think it's 6 weeks to create, or 3 months to create a lifestyle, a new lifestyle. So it may not be long enough, but you know what? Don't be one of those people that don't do what they say they're going to do. Do it. Just like Nike says, just do it. Okay. I wish you well. And this couple, this is from a couple, an elderly couple. I think she's 86. I remember, I think he's 92 or something like that. And they are in Cornwall, England. And this is how they are passing the time. I hope you enjoyed that. My mom played the piano by ear, so that was really sweet music to my ears. Anyway, have a beautiful week, and think about what's new, what your new normal is. Bye now, and I'll see you next Saturday on To 70 and Beyond. Oh, and I'll be announcing something probably on Tuesday or Wednesday that I have a special gift for all of you, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Take care.